And I see people making uncanny comparisons with Paul Kagame, my good friend Ibrahim Traoré. Some of these folks are operating in a slightly different environment.
So how are you all doing? I hope that you're well. It's good that well since come your way. Happy Easter. This video has been trending, so it has to do with President Duma Boko. People were saying that the president wanted to toe the line of President of the Republic of Burkina Faso and that of Rwanda. This is the video.
And I see people making uncanny comparisons with Paul Kagame, my good friend Ibrahim Traoré. Some of these folks are operating in a slightly different environment where their word is obeyed instantly, without question.
Okay, so you listen to the president. The president didn't say that he wanted to follow the footsteps of Traoré and Paul Kagame. No, he never said that. The president said that a lot of people are comparing him. We're saying that look at Traoré, he just came to power and he is transforming, he's making wave, he's doing a lot of things. So why don't you be like him? And he says that, yes, I would have loved to do what Traoré is doing, but then his good friend Traoré said his good friend is doing. But the part of the matter is that your system is different from his system. And he's tries to say that, you see, Traoré wakes up and says that tomorrow we are going to do this, and it's done. It's not like Botswana where you say tomorrow we are going to do this because they've practiced, this is a democratic system. You have to pass it through parliament, blah, 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 until it's done. Sometimes also there's people out there who are sabotaging the position so that you feel.
There's an interdict. We wait another 4 years. By that time, you have to go and account to the people and they remove you.
So it's a different system. And so that you see, this is what the whole thing is. Our system is not the same as the system we have in Burkina Faso, Rwanda, those countries that are really doing well. He said, no, they are two different systems. So that is what he said. And he said that he would try to use an unapologetic or some system to fast track some of his decisions.
That the structures that are in place are not properly suited to the attainment of quick action. So you need to subvert some of these rules and processes unapologetically. And I will do it.
And people were like, oh, does he want to be a dictator and all of that? We have to put this into context. And that is how I understood him anyway. I don't know how you got the message. Let me know also in the comment section below. So that is what he said. And let's be realistic. If you look at Africa, if you look at so-called democratic countries, some are just taking advantage of the system. You know, they claim it is democracy. They use the institutions to champion their own cause. Look at Burkina Faso when this man came in, when he realized that the system in Burkina Faso, the so-called democracy, is not helping the citizens. When they came, they took over power. You see that things have changed. But the mayor recently was in Burkina Faso and listened to some of the things they said.
They dare touch Ibrahim Traoré, they will regret.
Oh man, we love him. We love him so much. He is the definition of a real leader.
You see, the people were even on the streets to make sure that they protected their president. And now I watched the video and I was asking myself, so what is the essence of this whole democracy? If this person who came here, people are referred to as dictator because it's not following democratic principle and blah, 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 the West term it that way. If he is really changing the life of his people, try to put in some sanity, use the resources they have for the good of his own people, it actually forces me to ask the question as to whether we need democracy in Africa. Do we need a democracy in Africa? And so what the President Boko was saying that it's a matter of system.
If you were to have elections in Zimbabwe today,
yes,
with the current laws that are there, with the current constitution that is there, nothing would change. Systems need to change first in order for there to be actual change.
And he said, I'll try to beat the system using the same law.
Within the confines of the law, and I know it. If there's anything I know, it's the law. So I will within the law.
If you listen to those who will discuss this whole issue when they were asked whether President Duma Boko was trying to toe the line of Kagame and that of Traoré, Ibrahim, he said, no, this is the video.
Would that now suggest that the president wishes?
Oh, no. President Boko is a human rights lawyer before anything else.
Yes.
And every time his administration speaks, they always emphasize the fact that they are in respect of human rights.
You see, some of the countries, because they have a bad system, It's difficult. Even you can bring angels from heaven to come to that country to be the president, but the system will not allow. So the most important thing is to fix the system. They build a system. Even after building the system, and you bring even the devil, like J.J. Rowling said one time. This is what J.J. said.
I'm saying that we can vote people in and out, personalities, okay? But my dear, what we need to do in this country is to establish a situation where even if it was the devil who should come and sit on top of us in Ghana, by virtue of certain procedures, certain practices, the devil cannot get away with doing whatever he wants. He would necessarily have to do what the people expect of him.
If you put the devil there, he is forced to do the right thing because of the system, because of the check and balances, because of the people who are enlightened. They know what's supposed to be done. That is what this man is doing in Burkina Faso. So he built a system. These countries, some countries, even as I said, if you bring angels from heaven, they'll get corrupt because of the system. In the West, with democracy, it evolves. I think there was some evolution out there. They didn't wake up and then they say, okay, we are practicing democracy. No. So when they are telling us that we should practice democracy, I think our own democracy should be redefined.
Africa's salvation demands that we define for ourselves what democracy means.
To be redefined. Our whole system of democracy should be redefined, because what they are doing to us is that they want you to, before we help you, you have to go with our way of doing things. Okay. So we'll give you this grant, we'll give you this, blah, blah, blah. But then you have to be like us, follow our, development path. So this is how we have done it. So you have to also follow. Forgetting the fact that we are not there. Okay, we are not like them. And so once it happens that way, because we are forced to practice a system which we are not familiar with. So I get there, I don't know what to do. Then we are confused because the system is foreign to our culture. And that is what is happening in most of the African countries. The system we practice is foreign to our culture. Botswana, the quota system is so helpful. Even they have a representative in parliament. Some African countries, they try to inject these whole democratic principles and come up with a whole kind of system whereby we end up breaking the basic, system laid down in society. And it doesn't make sense. And so we see us confused. So that is a system we need to relook at, this whole democracy thing. And my question for you is, do you think Africa, as it is, we need this whole democracy as proposed by the West? Or we need a democracy that has the touch of our culture? I think that is the one we need. Because if for about 2 years that Traoré is in power and then things can just move on quickly, can see where they are, the direction they are going. And if you go to Rwanda, if you see where they are coming from, looking at their history and where they are now, and Paul Kagame has been part, I've been in the equation. It's not like 8 years and he's voted out, he's still there. Okay, then you see that we need to look at the whole system, the whole concept of democracy, and do something about it as a continent. We need to have a debate, you need to have a discussion and come out with that which will work for us. Well, what do you think about the whole thing? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much. So what I said I wanted to tell you is that I want to say thank you all for your support. We have 7,000 subscribers so far. Thank you. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. And if you're a new subscriber, look at this. You see, it shows clearly that some of you watch it. About 90% of you watch without subscribing and you enjoy it. Some of you even commented, under the video, but you don't subscribe. Why? What is the problem? Make sure that you subscribe to support the project, okay? I love you all. Have a wonderful day till I come your way tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be looking at, I put something there about 70% of men or fathers are not the real dad, but their children and all of that. Okay, so we'll be having that conversation. I think a lot of you commented, you say all kind of things. We'll clarify that, okay? So that is what we'll be doing tomorrow.